So, good morning, everyone. So, this time, let's proceed to another topic, and we were going to talk about we have here school history and school stories. So, this time, before we proceed, I would like to ask you, do you really know your school? No? Kibaw ba gyud mo kung unsa ang inyuhang gieskwelahan or the history of your school? So this time, since I am studying at Cebu Normal University, I will be introducing to you the history of CNU. So these are the history of CNU, and yeah, let's proceed to another slide because I will explain it to you, to all of you further. Okay, so let's have a 1901. So with the arrival of the Thomasides, the civilian American teachers who replaced the soldiers' mentors, that was on August 21. And in 1901 also, primary schools were formally established throughout the country. And in 1901 also the year when the Philippine Normal School was established. So our school was named as Philippine Normal School at that time. So in 1902, provincial normal schools on the secondary level were established as branches of the Philippine Normal School. And among these normal schools were those in Vigan, Ilocos Sur, and these places here, as you can see. And now let's proceed to another slide. And also it was in 1902 when the American Teachers Institute was held in Cebu, most probably in the building which housed the Cebu Normal School. So yeah, Cebu Normal School, this is Cebu Normal University now. And this was the old Colegio Lugarta on Colon Street. And it is said to be the oldest street in the country, they say. And it saw the graduation of the first batch of students of mixed ages in 1904. And in 1906, with the establishment of the Cebu Provincial High School, whose building was constructed on the site of the present Abiliana National High School on Jones Avenue, now Osmeña Boulevard. So the Cebu Normal School curriculum was lengthened to 4 years, and the CNS occupied the building beside the CPHS, where the students sharing teachers, especially Americans, with the CPHS students. John Burrows, the acting superintendent of schools for Cebu province, became its principal also. Yes. So grade 5 to 7 of the elementary training department later shared a building with the neighboring city central school, which was constructed in 1910. So maybe gamay ra ang atong lugar niining panahona, that's why they shared buildings and also teachers. Yes. Okay, and in 1915, Cebu Normal School became independent from PNS, but it continued as an adjunct of the Cebu Provincial High School. But still, in June 1925, the Cebu Normal School formally separated from the CPHS with the opening of a new building across the street, but on a site which used to be known as the Plaza Esportiva. And this time, this is the present administration building of the Cebu Normal University. So some classes, however, like 2 combination classes, grades 1 to 2 and grades 3 to 4, continued to be held at CPHS building, which was known as the CNS Extension School. So yeah, even though we separated from the CPHS, but we still conducted classes even now in the CPHS with like 2 combination classes. And in class 1926, which included former Undersecretary of Education Narciso Albarracin, was the first batch to graduate from the new educational institution. So the first principal of this new CNS was Miss Ines Crawford, an American, while the first training department supervisor was Mr. Lazaro Milor, a Filipino. And how about let's proceed to the next one. And in 1936, with the advent of the Philippine Commonwealth, Filipino administrators also took over. Mr. Miguel Gofford was the first Filipino principal of the CNS. Yes, and he later became a noted author, of professional books. Yeah, very excellent. And in the same year, the secondary normal curriculum was replaced with a two-year college curriculum, the ETC or Elementary Teacher Certificate. And in 1938 was unique in the annals of the school. It saw the simultaneous graduation of the last batch of secondary normal graduates and the first batch of college graduates. And in 1941, World War II, Cebu was invaded by the Japanese on April 10, 1942. And yeah, Cebu Normal School was used as the headquarters of the Japanese Kempeitai or military police up to 1945. That's why maybe there are a lot of horror stories yes, in Cebu Normal University buildings. And many guerrillas, also their suspected sympathizers, patriots, and freedom-loving Filipinos were imprisoned, tortured, and executed by the Japanese, usually by beheading. Ooh. And among those who were imprisoned in this building prior to execution in an undisclosed place was then the governor of Cebu, Hilario Abellana, after whom the CPHS was subsequently renamed. And in 1946, after Cebu was liberated, finally, classes resumed. And CNS adopted the two-year general curriculum, which was changed into the four-year elementary education curriculum in 1952, and it was later changed to Bachelor of Science and Education in 1954, which in turn gave way to Bachelor of Science and Education in 1959. And in 1954 was truly a high watermark in the history of the school, because this year saw its birth as a tertiary institution under the leadership of Dean Ramon Melgar. That's why we should be grateful and thankful to Dean Ramon Melgar. Okay, and in 1956, the CNS Parents Teachers Association organized the kindergarten with an alumna, Miss Lourdes Soico, as the teacher. The kindergarten became a regular component of the school a year later. So in 1960, the graduate school was opened with Dr. Tecla P. Revilla, another alumna, and as its first dean. And in 1967, the Cebu Normal School became Cebu Normal College with Superintendent Rafael Pastoriza at the helm. And in 1974, the Cebu Normal College opened its high school training department, Dr. Victoria Cervantes, a Salomon University alumna. Yes. And also in the same year, the college offered a two-year certificate in tourism and started consortia with the Southern Islands Hospital School of Nursing, now the Don Vicente Soto Memorial Medical Center, and the Cebu City Medical Center College of Nursing, the Bohol Provincial Hospital College of Nursing, and Sudlon Agricultural School. And in 1976, through the efforts of Dr. Tecla P. Revilla, just like what I've said earlier, so Cebu Normal School was converted into a chartered state college and renamed Cebu State College. Yes, Dr. Camilo Alino was its first president. And as a state college, CSC was authorized to offer other degrees courses, so such as Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science in Agricultural Education, the four-year Bachelor of Science in Tourism, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, and the Integrated Teacher Education Program, whose graduates were qualified to teach in both the secondary and elementary schools. That was in 1978. And in 1986, President Tecla P. Revilla reorganized Cebu State College and created 3 new colleges. Wow, many accomplishments. So the College of Arts and Sciences, which offered Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science courses, the College of Nursing, and the Teacher College, the Teacher Education College, with its Bachelor of Elementary Education, or the BEd, and the Bachelor of Secondary Education programs. Yes, okay. And in June 27, 1998, Cebu State College was granted university status, and the incumbent president, Dr. Heidi Limosnero, was installed as its first president in the same year. Yes, finally, it became Cebu Normal University. And in 2000, Dr. Esther B. Velasquez became the second CNU president. During her term, she initiated several major academic programs, which greatly increased the enrollment of the university and enhanced its prestige. So notable among these are the CEFTEX, or the Center for Excellence in Teacher Education, like Language Intensive and Kindergarten Education, AMUMA, a school for caregivers, BSN, HAP, or BSN for Health Allied Professionals, or the DPE, Diploma in Professionals Education for Graduates of another courses who wish to teach Gasaka, and yeah, many more. Yes. So yeah, we should be thankful also to Dr. Esther B. Velasquez. And yeah, in 2008, Dr. Marcelo T. Lopez, the third CNU president, who has already shown a predilection for improving on the accomplishment of his predecessors barely a few months after his investiture in 2008. And infrastructure enhancements are very visible in the CNU campus, such as the renovation of the College of Nursing, the PE hall, the construction of the U Cafe, the U Store, the new CNU Clinic, the Integrated Laboratory School stage, and many other projects lined up geared towards reinventing CNU for greatness. Wow, so proud to be one of the products of the Cebu Normal University. Added to academic excellence as the main goal in making CNU an AR, or research university, is CNU President Lopez's passion for cultural and heritage preservation. And in this regard, this more than 1 century old educational institution stands to gain much. And yeah, that is Cebu Normal University history. And yes, let's proceed to topic number 2. Let's talk about stories, school stories. So we all know schools have different stories, right? They have they have their own stories to say. But for now, since we don't have a lot of time, so just like what Peterson and Deal said, they shared that learning from the past mistakes and successes is vital to creating and maintaining a positive school culture. And the retelling of the past can bring some necessary initiatives into action, revive traditions and rituals that have shriveled away, and assist staff in surrendering previous obsolete memories. Yes, but let us always remember that the culture of a school is built up over time as people work together, play together, fight together, and laugh together. And in that way, we may be able to build our own stories, from that experiences or memories. And being able to recall stories may be much more meaningful and influential in reconnecting teachers and administrators to what is important for teaching and the values that the school holds. So let us bear in our minds that every story that is told has a different purpose, no matter how long or short. So, yes, and that's it for today. Thank you so much.
Good morning once again. I am Jonna, and for today, I will be discussing about the elements of school culture. So the elements of school culture are the school artifacts, architecture, and symbols. So according to Peterson and Deal 2009, the artifacts and symbols are the tangible objects that represent the intangible values and beliefs of the school. So what are tangible objects? Tangible objects are the objects that can be seen or can be touched. For example, trophies, logos, medals, flags, and many others. And also, intangible values. These are the values and beliefs in the school institution nga ginasunod or gina-portray sa mga bata and sa mga teachers inside the school. Okay, so when can we say that a school has a positive school culture? So, the school has a positive school culture if the learners are very active inside the school, if they are enjoying while learning inside the school, and also if they are portraying positive attitude towards others, towards the teacher, and anyone inside the school institution. So, if the learners accomplish something, if they won something, a contest or any other, we have to recognize them. We have to celebrate it in the school because it is our way to encourage more our learners to do better and to study harder. So I have here 3 topics: the artifacts, symbols, and architecture. First, let's talk about artifacts. Artifacts, it is an object by a human being, made by a human being, typically an item of cultural or historical interest. So the example of artifacts are the trophies and medals. So the trophies and medals, these are human-made object, but the school can get it if the learners are winning the contest. So, if makadaog ang bata sa ka-contest, naa sila trophies nga madawat. And that trophies or medals must be displayed in the school so that other students can see it. So, if makakita ang uban nga mga student, they will be more encouraged to do the same. And the next one is the symbol. Symbol, a mark, sign, or word that indicates, signifies, or is understood, representing an idea, object, or relationship. So symbols allow people to go beyond what is known or seen by creating linkages between otherwise very different. So the example of symbols are the logos and flags. So I have here the picture of the Cebu Normal University logo. So if we have seen the logo of the Cebu Normal University, naa na siya deep meaning. So we have to know it. Okay, so the gold there symbolizes the shining metal of the character. Integrity, honor, perseverance, loyalty in the face of adversity, and humility in the acquisition of knowledge. So nice kaayo og meaning ang logo sa Cebu Normal University. Na siya'y crimson stands for the courage to grow, to aspire, to create, to innovate, to take risk in defiance of an age-worn, undesirable attitude that opposes change and growth. Nasa siya'y lamp. The lamp is from Western and symbolizes the light of knowledge. Na siya'y kuryapi, the Visayan word for the native lute, usually made of wood with 2 strings. It was common throughout the islands before the Spanish conquest and was customarily played by men. And also the letters, the 3 letters taken from the Cebuano alphabet have the following equivalents. The C and U, the old Cebuano letters, were used because this university takes pride in its roots, its Hindu-Malay cultural base, and its colorful history. So, if ato alijun tan-awon ng logo makaingon ta nganong naa man na diray takuri. So, nadi na siya deep meaning as well as other logos sa uban nga school, sa like Alma Center Revillas National High School, like Medellin National High School, na sila ilahang own logos. And that logo na siya deep meaning para sa ilahang school. So the next one is the architecture. When we say architecture, this is the art or science of building. Specifically, the art or practice of designing and building structures, and especially habitable ones. So when we say architecture, this is the like classroom, and for example, the School of Cebu Normal University, the School of Alma Center Villas National High School. So when we say architecture, it points the environment where the learners are learning. For example, the clean classroom. If the classroom are clean, so the learners will be very motivated to learn more, right? So those are the elements of school culture. Okay, so moreover, according to Confeld 2015, physical environment of school building and the surrounding area are essential in influencing how individuals think and feel about what is valued. So that is why the environment of the school is very important. Dapat limpyo siya, dapat conducive siya sa learning sa mga bata. Kay dako kay na siya influence kung sa paghuna-huna sa mga bata ug sa pag-learn nila sa school. And it is not necessary to have an endless budget in order to maintain the physical environment. So dili na siya necessary nga nagi-budget ang school, inana kadako ang budget sa school kay para ma-maintain ang good physical environment para sa mga bata. What's important is you must display, the teachers or the school staff must display the learners' colorful artworks, their awards, and the values of the school can be enough to support individuals in feeling optimistic and happy about being at school. That's according to Petter and Deal 2009. Because if we have observed sa mga school, ang mga awards sa mga bata, for example, ilang trophies, some medals, gina-display gina siya sa school corridor, wherein ang mga bata makakita sila nga, oh nice, naay trophy din ha, basahon nila kung sa unsa na nga trophy. And also sa inside sa school, di ba, gina-display sa teacher ang honor of the year. So nagidira ang mga honor roll from first grading, second grading, third grading, and fourth grading. Usa na siya sa makapa-encourage sa mga bata to do well in school.
Starrett 1993 crafted a diagram that might help us imagine the school as being compressed of layers resembling an onion. The outer layer represents the operational level of the school. This is the level of school life one experience on walking into a school building, seeing children on their way to class, and etc. This is the diagram. Culture influences how we see the world, how we see the community that we live in, and how we communicate with each other. Being a part of a culture influence or learning, remembering, talking, and behaving. Therefore, culture determines to a great extent the learning and teaching style also. At the core of the diagram, sometimes flowing into the layer of beliefs and assumption, are the myths and meanings by which people make sense out of their lives, by which they define value, by which human striving is to be judged, which help to place oneself in a definable order of things. The core is almost beyond articulation. Nevertheless, it is in the core of myth, meaning, and belief that leaders find the grounding for their vision of what the school might or ought to become. The core we find myths of heroism, of human destiny, and of the nature of human society. Those myths are usually embodied in story, in poems, in highly symbolic literature. They shape our convictions, our beliefs, and our attitudes towards most things. Because of them, we can reach consensus in our beliefs and assumptions.